All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'm just going to give all the praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Arakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders and teachers at Great Millstone who rule well and teach well. Brother Howard Shai Zion coming through with a real quick lesson through the Spirit that I want to highlight now. This guy here that I'm going to show you guys and display, another product of the Christian church causing mass confusion, okay? The thing is, you know, when you grow up a so-called Christian, and this show was fascinating to me because people ultimately, you know, say they're deal breakers and different things, and they put, you know, all their self out there and utter their mind. That's why this is very dangerous here. This can actually tarnish your reputation. And the scriptures say that a good name is better than precious ointment. Okay, your name and your reputation is very, very important. So going on this show here would not be the wisest of ideas for obviously anybody of any type of understanding, knowledge, or wisdom. And that's probably why they're not on there. But ultimately, my brothers, we're going to let this play out, and then you can watch, you know, as I go into the scriptures and chime in, okay?
I heard you say a little something when he said he doesn't have a relationship with God. Is that something that's a problem for you?
It's very important because, like, he's the one who leads the way. But I would say, though, like, I can't make you believe in God. Like, that has to, like, you have to find him on your own. But, like, having the conversations, eventually, if it happens, you know, it'll probably work. If not, you know, I can't, like, force you to have a relationship. That's between you and God. Mm-hmm. But it's important.
Okay. Is it a deal breaker for you?
Oh, Jesus. Only just because.
Hey, you gotta stick to your roots, all right?
Baby, yeah.
Yeah.
You almost made it.
That's all good.
So you said you explore. What does that mean?
So like this month, for instance, so right now Ramadan's being celebrated. Okay. And so that's something that I've been looking into because I do like the idea of fasting from different things that just aren't good for you, you know? So I don't necessarily have an attachment to any religion.
Well, let me stop right there now. How do you know whether what is good or what is not good? All right. If there's no lawgivers, there's no order, there's no structure. Okay. If everything is just subject to interpretation and, well, that's your beliefs and, you know, that's what you feel, that's not how it goes. Okay. The scriptures talk about in Genesis 40, interpretations belong onto the Most High. Okay. And also in Proverbs, you know, the knowledge and the wisdom comes from the Most High. Okay. Let's actually go to that. Proverbs 1:1. The Proverbs of Solomon, the son of David, king of Israel, to know wisdom and instruction, to perceive the words of understanding, to receive the instruction of wisdom, justice, and judgment and equity, to give subtlety to the simple, to the young man knowledge and discretion. A wise man will hear and will increase learning, and a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsels. To understand a proverb and the interpretation, the words of the wise and their dark sayings. The fear of the Lord Yahweh is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. You see? So they ultimately, these people who say they don't believe in God or whatever, they don't want to actually listen to any type of counsel. They don't want to take correction or direction from anybody. Okay. And that's their fault right there. Okay. So let's continue to listen because this guy's super confused with life. And any of these women would be smart enough to have their father discern the man and say, listen, daughter, you can't get with this guy because he doesn't know whether he's coming or going. He doesn't know if he's a Christian. He doesn't know if he's a Muslim. He grew up a Christian and they're brainwashed. And then he's favoring the Muslim religion. He doesn't even know what's going on. Stay away from this guy. He's no good. All right. That's the counsel that they should listen to. but watch the choice that she makes and listen to his folly out of his mouth.
If it has something that I guess that I vibe with, then I'll do it.
Okay.
You know, but
So you're not like against it, if you will.
I will say with Christianity, so I grew up Christian and I went to a Catholic school, but it was really rough for me. So I think it's kind of like a childhood kind of thing. So that's why I'm not really gravitating towards Christianity, because as a kid, it was just rough, you know.
Well, you know what?
You know why it's rough? Because those people in the so-called Christian churches, they don't know what's going on. All right, Acts 7:48. Howbeit that the Most High dwelleth not in temples made with hands. Okay, and those people teach that the law's done away with. You can just don't have to keep a beard on your face. You can do pretty much whatever you want to do. Edge yourself up, get a edge up and a line up, and look like an Egyptian man from the past. And that this is just all mass confusion. They also teach that it's okay, for women to teach. They have all types of folly, eating pork, shrimp, crab, lobster in the Christian church. You could shave your face. You could just do whatever the hell you want. You could be gay in the Christian church. This is facts. This is facts of life. You could walk in there, a man with another man holding hands, and they're not going to kick you out. I mean, it's just absolutely madness, all right? And the Israelites, who study the scriptures, the King James and the Apocrypha, we're never, ever going to have any two men entering together as a couple, married couple, into any one of our camps or congregations. Never, ever, man. Okay? Ever, ever, man. So you already know this guy grew up confused. It was really rough for me. He probably had a lot of, who knows, man? Could have had, abuse. It could have been, who knows, man? Could have got abused by one of those priests. You know what I mean? In the Catholic Church, absolutely. There's a high chance of that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why maybe he grew up that way. Who knows, man? I'm just throwing that out there. He didn't say that, but I'm just saying.
Me popping the balloon, that probably was my fault, because I probably should have engaged more.
Sorry.
Because my father's side, majority is Muslim.
Okay.
And they're going through Ramadan right now. I've actually studied it, and I have a Quran as well. But
You could have taught me.
to touch a little razzle dazzle, but it's not over. But I just want to make sure.
So she's a so-called Christian, this woman, right? But now she dibbles and dabbles with being Muslim because of her father. See what type of confusion America is, man? It's the literal cage of every foul spirit, unclean, and hateful bird. All the philosophies that go against Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai, they're here in America. All right? They're here in America. They're certainly here in America. And that is why the land has to be destroyed, along with the bloodshed that ultimately, founded the land from the blood that was shed by the Native Indians, which is really the so-called Native Indians, which is basically the tribe of Gad, okay? Through the Holy Scriptures, we know that that's what it is. Men who are fit for the battle, okay? With shield and buckler, very mighty warrior tribe, and the lawgiver's tribe, powerful tribe, man. So anyway, let's listen in some more.
Yeah, you have to understand that he is the way and the only way. That's it.
Okay. So with him being open-minded to that, is that still something that's a deal breaker for you?
I think we can have an open conversation.
Are we getting that balloon back?
We can give him a little bit.
Okay, so she actually wants to hang out with this guy, even though he clearly said he doesn't have a relationship with the Most High. And she damn sure doesn't either. It's not like he would be persuaded through the, conversation of a wife. I mean, she's absolutely dressed egregious. Just because she's not attractive doesn't mean, she's not super attractive, should I say. She's a little all right, but she's, she's not like a woo, wow, oh man, that's not going to be like that pretty much. A crowd full of guys ain't going to be looking at her crazy. She's a little on the big side, but anyways, just what I'm saying is, these people just lack the discernment. She lacks the discernment, and she's probably never gotten judged by anybody, which is a bad thing. Does the Muslim church, whatever they do they judge people? You know what I'm saying? Do they actually correct people? Say, hey, you're not supposed to be doing this. You're not supposed to be doing that, man. You're going off. I highly doubt it because there's got to be laws from the Lord. Okay. And the only place that has laws that keep you governed in righteousness, we are going to listen in on Deuteronomy 4 and verse number 5. It says, behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord Yahweh, my power, commanded me. Okay. It says that ye should should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your knowledge. Okay. Excuse me. Let me okay, excuse me. It is this is your wisdom and your understanding, rather, in the sight of the nations. It says, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. For what nation is there so great, who hath the Most High so nigh unto them, as the Lord Yahweh our power is in all things that we call upon him for? And what nation is there so great that hath statutes and judgments so righteous as all this law which I set before you this day? Now let's look up the word for righteous. Okay? Because the other societies, other religions are not righteous. Just simply put, I mean, it's really the greatest thing. H6662. Just, lawful, righteous. Just, righteous. Okay? Lawful. Who has law like us? All right? In conduct and in character, government and in oneself. So being just. You know, like just Lot. You know, righteous Lot. Vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. All right? All of that stuff that basically, you know, other nations partake in, like eating pork, for example, shrimp and crab and lobster, having sex with your woman on their period, which is against the law, breaking the Sabbath, the land Sabbath, breaking, you know, high holy days, not taking rest days, you know, just overall, you know, cooking on the Shabbat, doing different things, just going off, you know, not showing reverence onto a power or the Lord that created you, because clearly you didn't create yourself. So there's no separation. There's no meditation on things that are deep. There's no examination, self-examination period time where things need to settle. You know, imagine if things just never settled in life. There must be a balance, and as part of that balance. So these so-called Christian people and Muslims, they're completely imbalanced because they do not have a law to govern them. At the crux of the matter, she's still going to be with a guy who doesn't know how to rule his spirit, doesn't know how to control his household according to the Lord's way. So that's a very dangerous person to be with, and that woman doesn't understand that. And that's why her father is supposed to step in and say, hey, this guy's not good for you. Why, Dad? I like him. I don't like him. All right? He's going to be taking you from me, and he's got to get past me. All right? He's got to get past me. You know, that's that. And that's the reason why you would decline that. Say, nah, you know what? You're not gonna marry my daughter. You could just forget about it. Because, you know, you're wicked and you're confused and you don't know what's going on in life. And until you do, till you figure it out, you know, that the Lord's Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, you know, you definitely not going to be with my daughter, period. And that would be righteous, okay? So, you know, they're going to go and walk on or whatever, and they're going to go match and have their little fun, and they're going to say it's a yes and everything like that, and everybody's going to be clapping. No hand joining hand, the wicked's still not going to go unpunished. So, still going to get punished. All right? And this host does a very good job of doing what she needs to do. and kind of plugging and probing and finding out why people say what they say. And it really ultimately opens them up to proper critique and judgment. And then we can do lessons and videos on it, like why, what was the problem with this guy? Because we want to know, what I mean? Typically in the dating market, these women will ghost you without telling you the reason why they don't like you or why they don't want to deal with you. They're cowardly and they just simply do not address the elephant in the room. Okay, they'd rather run away, and they just don't say anything, and that's why this place is so wicked, America, because they breed that. So again, it's the cage of every foul spirit, unclean and hateful bird, like the Book of Revelation says, and that's why the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is gonna, reward America double that she did to the so-called black man, Native American, Latino, and Hispanic. Okay, and those who are scattered abroad, who are Israelites, because of this philosophy of do as thou wilt and no repercussions and just, it's okay. No, it's not okay. All right, the guy, first and foremost, doesn't believe in the Lord, so he's got to go. That's it. It's just that simple. He doesn't understand righteousness. He's not this word right here.
Strong's H, 6662. Sadiq. Sadiq.
Okay, Sadiq. So just, lawful, righteous. Okay. And I believe the word would be tazadak in the Hebrew. Tazadak. So, ultimately, brothers, this is why we really need to get out of America. We've been highlighting this stuff for the last couple of days, and we really, really need salvation, man. So with that, Lord willing, this was edifying. If this is your first time watching the channel, repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Shalom.